Welcome back, everyone. It's 4:47. Todd is back. And Todd, you were right about slippery surfaces yesterday. I went to the gym, came back, and almost literally fell down in my staircase.
Kind of thing. Yeah, that's a great point. The staircase, right? So, like my front stairs are like a deck. You know, it's like a deck surface. You know, it's this little platform. That kind of surface is like the iciest this morning. You know, the driveway's still a little iffy, sidewalks are iffy, but those decks that get air underneath them are much colder.
And it's hard to see the little layer
you
of
can't.
ice.
You really can't. So your first step has got to be, you know, you're kind of just testing. You know, do the little test to make sure you're not going to do what Hannah almost did and break your neck or break a wrist. This is the type of weather where emergency rooms get a ton of injuries on the wrists. They get a lot of wrist breaks because of the ice. Now, radar isn't picking up anything, but we're still seeing every once in a while that occasional icy mist fall in most communities. So there are still glazes out there. If anything is untreated with salt for melting it or sand for traction, you know, it is going to be really slippery. And we've got our final wave of moisture. It's going to be a burst of snow this afternoon. And while it's not a lot and it's fast moving, for an hour or two, it will look really intense, and it will be. And roads could grease up a little bit for the evening commute. So we're not done yet today. Temps are a lot colder out there. We are in the 20s almost everywhere in Maine, except a few communities down in southern parts of York County, like the Berwicks, like Kittery, obviously, Elliott, probably around 30 or so. But again, below freezing. So for the first time, those towns are now beginning to freeze up and see some black ice. There's also a breeze out of the north, so it is feeling a lot colder out there with temps in the teens. Dress warmly, too. All right, here's the weather map. There's the final wave of low pressure, which will swing on through this afternoon. As it departs, the high returns for the weekend, eventually getting us a little sun tomorrow and a ton of sunshine on Sunday. So the weekend weather looks real good, just to be on the chilly side, especially on Sunday. Cloudy skies, but still a lot of spotty, icy mist. There's a frosty glaze on a lot of things that don't have salt, and it's very slippery, so be careful. And again, much colder feeling out there too. Midday snow overspreading the area from south to north, and it will get briefly intense mid-afternoon. So the visibility on roads for driving is going to drop, and the roads themselves may get coatings of snow on them, making them slippery for the evening commute. It will taper during the evening commute rather quickly and depart by like 6 or 7 o'clock, but just take it easy driving home, and then you can get to your weekend and have some fun. About 1-2 inches, perhaps a third in some of the hills in York County or southern New Hampshire, but I think a lot of us will get like 1.5 inches of snow when it's all said and done. Northern Maine, you get yourselves a coating to 1 inch. After this departs, tomorrow, breaks of sunshine, and then the high rolls in for Sunday, and it's bright and sunny, just a little colder. The next storm will dive south of us and stay south of us early next week, and that means most of next week will be storm-free and pretty quiet. So after today, things are looking pretty good. Marine forecast seas 3 to 5, northeast winds 10 to 20 knots. There are small craft advisories out there. So again, we get a little wave of afternoon snow. Temps are in the low 30s, so it will stick and will make things a little slushy and slippery again. Tomorrow gets a little brighter with partial sunshine, upper 30s, close to 40. Cold on Sunday, but bright sunshine near 30 degrees. Monday, closer to 40. Tuesday could hit 40, and then it starts to cool off again for the second half of next week. But right now, there are no storms in the forecast for next week. Hopefully that holds. We'll see. If it changes, we'll let you know.
Yeah, I am excited for a little bit of snow today. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it'll just, you know, whiten things up and make it look like winter again.
Like January.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you, Todd.